Welcome to Mirror Mind. If you're here, you're probably searching for answers. You may have experienced confusion, hurt, or emotional chaos in a relationship with someone who seemed to need constant admiration, attention, or control. You're not alone. And you're not imagining things. In today's deep dive episode, we're going to explore something crucial in understanding narcissistic behavior, narcissistic supply. What is it? Why do narcissists crave it? And more importantly, what do they really want from you? This episode is more than just a breakdown of terms. It's a guided journey into the psychology of narcissism, a tool to help you reclaim clarity and a voice to remind you that you deserve peace. Let's begin. Chapter 1. What is narcissistic supply? ***. Narcissistic supply is the psychological fuel that narcissists need to maintain their fragile sense of self. This supply can come in many forms: attention, praise, admiration, validation, or even fear and obedience. Essentially, anything that reinforces their inflated self-image is considered supply. Think of a narcissist like a balloon. Without a constant stream of air supply, they begin to deflate. They don't have an internal sense of self-worth, so they depend entirely on external sources to feel important, powerful, or special. There are two main types of narcissistic supply. 1. Primary supply. This includes direct forms of attention such as admiration, adoration, and validation. It's the applause, the compliments, the envy of others. 2. Secondary supply. This is more indirect. Status, wealth, control over others, or being associated with successful people. Even causing fear, confusion, or emotional dependence can count. Chapter 2. Why do narcissists need it? ***. At the core of narcissism is a deep-seated insecurity, something they may never admit and may not even fully realize themselves. Despite appearing confident or even arrogant, narcissists often feel empty, worthless, or unseen. This inner void is often the result of childhood emotional neglect, trauma, or conditional love. They may have grown up feeling that they were only valued for what they did, not who they were. To protect themselves from these painful feelings, narcissists build a false self, an idealized version of themselves that is grand, flawless, and untouchable. But this false self requires constant feeding. That's where supply comes in. Without supply, the false self begins to crumble. And when it crumbles, the narcissist may experience what's known as narcissistic injury, a deep emotional wound that can trigger rage, depression, or withdrawal. Chapter 3. What they really want from you. ***. Narcissists don't want a partner. They want a mirror. Someone to reflect their greatness, their superiority, their power. They want your admiration to boost their ego. Attention to feel important. Compliance to feel in control. Dependence to feel powerful. Fear to assert dominance. But perhaps most tragically, they also want your confusion. If you're confused, you're easier to control. If you're constantly questioning yourself, you'll likely turn to them for guidance or validation, and that gives them even more supply. Chapter 4. The cycle of extraction. ***. Once a narcissist identifies you as a good source of supply, a cycle begins. 1. Idealization. You're love-bombed, praised, and put on a pedestal. 2. Devaluation. They begin to criticize, manipulate, or withdraw. 3. Discard. You're ignored, replaced, or abandoned. 4. Hoovering. They return with apologies or charm to pull you back in. This cycle isn't accidental, it's strategic. Each phase is designed to maximize emotional control and extract the most supply from you. Chapter 5. Signs you're being used for supply. ***. You feel emotionally drained or anxious after interactions. Your achievements are downplayed or stolen. Your boundaries are constantly crossed. You're frequently blamed or guilt-tripped. You walk on eggshells, fearing emotional reactions. These are red flags. And if they're consistent, you're not in a healthy relationship. You're a source of supply. Chapter 6. Why it's so hard to leave ***. Leaving a narcissist can feel like breaking an addiction. That's because narcissistic relationships often create trauma bonds, a psychological attachment that forms through cycles of abuse and reward. Your brain becomes wired to crave the approval of the very person who's hurting you. And because narcissists are often charming and charismatic, it's easy to second-guess your instincts or stay hopeful for change. But real love doesn't drain you. Real love doesn't manipulate. Real love doesn't need to be earned through suffering. Chapter 7. How to break free and reclaim yourself. ***. 1. Recognize the pattern. Knowledge is power. The more you understand, the harder it is for the cycle to continue. 2. Set firm boundaries. This includes going no contact if possible. 3. Reconnect with your identity. Rebuild your sense of self-worth without their approval. 4. Seek support. Therapists, support groups, and resources can make all the difference. 5. Practice self-compassion. You are not weak for falling into the trap. You're human. Healing begins with grace. Chapter 8. The Road Ahead ***. Recovering from narcissistic abuse takes time. It's not just about leaving the relationship, it's about unlearning the lies you were told about yourself. You are not here to be used. You are not here to be silenced. You are not here to serve someone else's ego. You are here to live, to feel, to grow, and to be loved for who you truly are. At Mirror Mind, we believe in your healing. We believe in your strength. And we are here to walk this journey with you. Thank you for being here with us. If this episode resonated with you, please consider subscribing to Mirror Mind. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a comment, we read every single one. And always remember, clarity is freedom. Truth is strength. And your mind deserves peace. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep your mirror clear.